They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On the counter, here's Jones. And he stopped immediately there. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Now this defense for the Lions, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He finds his target. It's Matthews. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out right at the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On first down, Goff. This one swung out to Montgomery. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 7-7, our score after 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And in for the Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 71 yards. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. On play action, it's Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That goes for a gain of 31. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Rodgers going to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And it's a Packers touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Seven yards there and a first down. The Lions at 9-4 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Play action. It's Goff. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Rodgers now to throw. And Watson has it right side. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now a play fake. Rodgers eluding, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Off play action. Here's Goff. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Throwing again is Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Goff now looking to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Jameson Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 21. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Lions will take over.
You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Detroit. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Up the middle, Jones. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it with Jones. A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue. On play action, Rodgers. Out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry. In motion goes the tight end. From the 30 on 2nd down, Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Corral. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Jones. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. They'll try again with Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one. And it'll come out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked his special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there? Now they're just trying to do anything possible to try and get the ball downfield and get into field goal range.
And with that clock dwindling, they felt the need to take a pretty big shot there. Unfortunately, couldn't complete it. Now it's Goff. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
On fourth down, Goff. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Goff. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Now Goff. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And it's a big play there to secure the football. And, folks, we are headed to overtime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Goff on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now Goff on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So for Detroit, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town.